It is a windy day today. Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm Lauren and today I'm going to be showing you a really easy way to fill a sketchbook page with a painting of beautiful peonies. These peonies are such an amazing flower. Every time I see them I'm just like, wow, that exists, that is a real thing. I hope you find this tutorial easy, and it's definitely for beginners. It's done in a way of layers and I'll show you each of the steps. It's done using a combination of acrylic and gouache paints, but you can really just use any of those two mediums or combine them yourselves as well. I don't know, I kind of like to do mixed media painting, so a bit of everything goes in there. This is what it's gonna look like, and you don't need to have these exact colors. You can kind of just use any colors that are similar or even change up the color combination yourself, so that's really up to you. Yeah, I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know if you try this tutorial, if you find it helpful, how it goes. I'd love to know what colors you use, and yeah, let's get into it. Whoa! And I have a cat on my shoulder. So from the two of us, enjoy this tutorial and let's get into it. So first up, I am using white, yellow and yellow ochre, and I am taking these and just kind of laying some colors down on my paper. And these colors are a mixture of some different brands. There's De La Rowney, there is Schminke, I hope I'm saying that right, and another De La Rowney. And I'm just laying these down on the paper. Then I'm going to take a kind of big brush and mix the colors together, taking a little bit of each color as I'm painting so that you can still see the colors sort of popping through, and just spreading those out all across the paper. I'm doing this painting on a square sketchbook, but I think it would be also possible on different sizes of sketchbooks as well. Next up, I'm taking a magenta. This is a gouache magenta from Schminke, and it's basically just a shade of pink, and I'm putting that on my tray. And then I'm going to take it, and on my dry piece of paper, I'm going to start laying down the basic shape of the peony flowers. So the first one is, it's sort of like a big blob with rounded little edges. So you'll see here how I do the shape, and just trying to always keep my edges as rounded as possible as I am painting. When the shapes are all done, I'm now going to take an acrylic white as well as the magenta again and an orange, and I'm taking right now the white and orange together and blending them onto the top of the peony shape, and sort of making it that you can see bits of the brighter orange as well as the white and orange mixed together. So this kind of brush motion here helps kind of make it that you can still see a little bit of each of the colors as I'm painting it into the center of the peonies, and I did that as well on the second shape. The next step, I'm taking a flat brush as well as bits of the magenta mixed in with some white, and I'm painting the shapes of the petals across the entire surface of the peony. This means that I'm also going to be painting the petals over the orange color and just forming them sort of randomly as long as they go across the whole shape, and just you'll see here kind of how it looks. Once that's done, I'm going to take my orange color again and just brighten up some of the orange that is in the center of the peony, just sort of making sure that the orange is still popping against all of the pinks. Now it's time to work on the leaves. So I'm taking sap green, which is an acrylic sap green from Crealando, and I am going to look, this is a shape of a real leaf of a peony, so I'm kind of positioning it out and just taking a look at this while I'm painting. So I take my sap green and form the basic shape of the leaf. Now I'm mixing white with that same sap green, and I'm going to roughly add some of this onto the leaf shape, making sure that I still leave a little bit of that sap green showing through, and just sort of almost like a dry brush technique, like not having too much paint on your brush and just randomly adding it to the leaves. For this part, I want to now add some definition. So I'm taking a red and a very thin brush, and along the edges of each of the petals, I'm adding a line of this red paint, just following the shape of the petal. And then I'm also going to take this red paint and add it to the center part of each of the petals. And this just really helps to define the shapes and each petal from the others. Using the primary yellow, which is the same yellow that I used at the start of the project, I am now painting the inside part of the peonies, just sort of laying down this yellow And when I paint towards the outer edges, I am trying to make it that there are some lines of the color that sort of go out from the others, and making sure to fill in all of the space. While the yellow dries, I'm taking a very dark green and I'm painting the veins and line details onto each of the leaves. So back to the orange, I am going to take this orange and a very thin brush and do some lines and dots onto the center part of the yellow, forming the inside of the peony. And now for the final last step, I'm taking a light green and I am painting just little spots of light green onto parts of the leaf. It doesn't have to be every part, just some parts. And here we have the final picture. This is the Peonies painting complete. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you found it helpful and you give it a shot. And yeah, it's just a nice, fun, colorful, and just, I don't know, peonies are just so beautiful. So every time I see this page, I'm gonna be like smiling away. So I hope it gives you that same experience too. And yeah, I'll see you again next time.